2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Here we are at the Genesis Invitational, one of the top events each year on the schedule. Today's coverage is about to start. Pleased you could join us for this first round action. Luke Elvey here alongside my mate in the booth. As always, Rich Beam. And Rich, are we at one of your favourite places on earth, the Riviera Country Club?
This is heaven on earth to me, Luke. If I could play one golf course for the rest of my life, this would most likely be it.
Couldn't agree with you more. A spectacular property, but starts in a benign fashion, this par 5 to get underway.
Tee box sits well above the fairway, straight away, not much to it. Most players taking less than driver, trying to get it all the way out to the end of the fairway, which is some 300 yards or so away. From there, second shot has to fly that deep bunker in front of that green. And literally, you find the center of this green 4 days, and you're going to make birdie 3 out of those 4 days.
Well, there's so much excitement and anticipation in the air. I can't wait to see how it plays out. Second shot here on the first.
They've decided to club up.
Well, that's beautifully judged. A 7-footer right here. Ooh. Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt. Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade.
Making birdie in the first always puts you in a good frame of mood. It'll be fun to watch the round progress.
Currently 1 under for the round. We know that Riviera starts with a 5-4, but it may as well be a 4-5 because the par 4 second is tougher than the par 5 first.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot. The second shot moves a little bit from left to right, back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantees that it'll kick hard enough right to left to get back on the green. It's a sensational second hole.
Well, this one's right at the pin. That's incredible.
Hard to believe you could be that accurate from so far away. John, what's going on out there?
Hey guys, we are checking in down here with Justin Rose as he gets set for his next shot here on the 10th.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Pacific Palisades in California, the site of Riviera, the third hole, par 4, elevated tee shot.
And a fairly generous fairway, a little bit more room out to the left than what players can see off the tee shot. Second shot is going to be downhill to a green that basically chases away from the player, going from the front portion of it all the way to the back. Difficult to get your second shot close here.
Time for the second shot into the third. Oh, what a gorgeous looking shot that is, Rich. Oh, right by the hole. Oh, that's a lovely looking shot into birdie range here at the third.
And they've been rolling the ball great today. Another great look.
Well, that's certainly a step in the right direction. Keep it going. So many wonderful holes at the George Thomas designed Riviera Country Club. This par 3 fourth has to be one of them.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
Wonderfully played. 5 feet coming up to the cup.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
You can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the 5th here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
Oh, this one's right down the pipe. This is one of those great ball striking displays. Fairways and greens. A pleasure to watch.
The iron play today has been absolutely stellar. Luke, the greens and regulation, just a fantastic accomplishment. Great to watch.
Currently 5 under overall. The 6th hole at Riviera is one of the most famous par 3s on the West Coast, Rich. An absolute beauty.
It looks like a giant green donut with the bunker right in the center of the green, doesn't it? I love this hole.
Should find the green here. Oh.
Hard to believe that it could get that close and yet not go in. Unbelievable.
What an opportunity to make a birdie. And that putt will give them birdie number 6 on the day. And that will take him to 6 under. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. Let's head to the par 4 7th at the Riv. Again, it's a par 4 that requires placement of the tee.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it. But again, you push it a little bit, and now the barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
This one is chewing fiber.
That's inside the range. What a shot.
Almost a gimme birdie there, Luke. Fantastic.
And now -7 for the event. The par 4 8th at Riviera is a choose your own adventure. Which fairway do you like to take?
I think most players are going to try and go down the left-hand side, as it seems to be the easier of the two these days. However, where they stick that flagstick, well, that's a different question. If they stick it up front right, the left-hand side of the fairway, that's not the easiest approach. So better be mindful of where that flagstick is in order to pick which side of the fairway you want to drive it down.
Opting for the 9-iron. Well, that's comfortably on the dance floor. Well played. Oh, almost went in. Outstanding approach shot.
Gotta like their chances from there.
7 feet to the cup.
Yeah, this is looking nice.
And that's 8 birdies today. And that will take him to 8 under. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. The final hole on the outward half is a par 4 playing back up towards the clubhouse, Rich. It's a good par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
And playing this one from around 120 yards out. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Anywhere up on that dance floor would be nice. That's inside the house of opportunity. Trying to get to 9 under for the event with this opportunity.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
That's frustrating. 3 feet to go here to the hole. Yeah, well holed. Let's move on to the next. John, do you have any info down there?
Hey guys, we're checking in with Colin Morikawa as he gets set for his next shot here on the 16th.
Oh, that's clutch. What a way to save your par.
What an amazing play out of the greenside bunker. Up and in the hole. Nicely done.
Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. All right, as we head for home at the Riviera Country Club, is there a hole that's talked about more than the short par 4 10th?
No, not at all. And what a hole it is. It's changed a lot over the years. This green is actually reminds me of something you would see at Pinehurst. There's no flat spots on it. It either is downhill or uphill. That's it. Players most likely will take driver or fairway wood and try and leave themselves just on the front left portion of this green. That's the most ideal spot they can hit it, no matter where they put the flagstick. However, hitting it there is nearly impossible. A keen short game is absolute necessity to make birdie here.
That's 9 under par for the round.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
The par 5 11th, one of the better scoring holes on the course. Players are thinking 4 when they stand on this tee.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
Colin Morikawa setting up his shot. Going with a 3-wood here. Well, this one's going right at the flag. That is a champion type finish. Eagle to close out the day. How good. Second shot here on the 11th. That's a good-looking shot there. Oh, it'd be nice to make this putt. This is for eagle. Looks good off the blade. That's inside the range. Well, good move there. Anything north on the leaderboard's always pleasant. When you stand on the 12th tee, Rich, you're thinking to yourself, oh, a couple of strong back-to-back par 4s, and it starts right here.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevent you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
Playing from around 150 yards here. Great looking shot this. That's a terrific shot and sets up a birdie opportunity here at the 12th. Sitting at 12 under par for the event.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Rich, the 13th hole. Slightly different look off the tee.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left. Requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
And this shot here coming up from around 130 yards. Yeah, good safe shot this one. That should find the surface. A wonderful shot and a chance for birdie here on the 13th. Just 3 feet to go to the hole. Don't miss this. They can be costly.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Gets that one to go down, and that's back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
Sitting at minus 13 for the tournament.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
The 14th, Rich, I know it's dear to your heart, the par 3. You made an ace there in tournament history, won a car. How do you tell the players to play it?
Hit a 7-iron, a high little draw 7-iron, and 2 hop it right in the hole, Luke. That's what I suggest. That makes it easy.
Well, take notes, folks. That's how you do it. Lining up the birdie putt here. Solid play finds that player moving up the leaderboard after that hole. This 15th hole, a very strong par 4, Rich. Challenging, to say the least.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dog leg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
This one heading towards the green. Terrific shot into the 15th and a chance for birdie.
Of all the shots that I like the most, that one ranks right up there.
In she goes. Let's head to the next. Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. The 16th hole, short par 3, Rich, but really good if he can get it close.
It's an island green, if you can believe that. It's surrounded by bunkers. I think this is another one of the all-time great designs. It's only about 160 yards, Luke, but the whole green is surrounded by bunkers. Everything feeds towards the center and the front of this green once it gets on there. I just think this is a magnificent design. If you hit it in any one of those bunkers, making a par will be nearly impossible.
And that puddle drop. Well done. Well, it's time to head back down to the fairways. John, what's up, mate?
Hey guys, we are checking in with John Rahm as he gets set for his next shot here on the 18th.
Oh, and that's a touch of class. Jarring it for birdie at the last. Woo, how good. And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. As we head back up the hill towards the clubhouse, we're faced with the par 5 70, the long, strong par 5.
At all costs, do not hit it in that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. Anywhere to the left, even in the rough left, is just fine. From there, your next shot should be laid up out to the right-hand side. Third shot, straight back up the hill with some kind of wedge. It can be an easy birdie if you get the distance on your third shot spot on. If you get it wrong, however, you could have some issues.
And this player's really going after it here, Rich.
Absolutely love watching a player be bold and be rewarded for it.
Anything in 5 feet to be handy from here. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. This would be a good putt to make to move inside the top 20 on the leaderboard. That's pretty tidy. Yeah, they're good momentum makers, those ones. Good putt for birdie. Now 6 strokes back after that hole. One of the most famous finishing holes on the PGA Tour, Rich. This 18th at Riviera is a classic.
Aim for the palm trees in the distance, which are located just on the left-hand side of the green. A good tee shot there will set up an awesome looking second.
Oh, absolutely flushed. Henny, what's the player facing here?
Setting up here from about 165 yards.
Going with the 9-iron, I think.
Has got this thing dialed in here, looking good.
Wow, what a shot. You know, Luke Donald once made all 400 plus attempts inside 3 feet on the PGA.